And oh my god, yeah, I don't like this New Year's party vibe. Butters! Really, Butters? I'm starting to think maybe she has some sort of hidden trait that just makes everyone despise her. Oh, seriously, Erwin?
Hello from the void, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel and my Apocalypse Poison Garden save. Now, last time, Eden's flirtation with Erwin died a death. It did not go well. He hates us. So today we are going to be trying something different, which is trying Strangerville on our own. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole thing. We're just going to see how long it kind of lines up with what I want to do with her character. But for now, that's what we're going to go with. So let's get straight to it.
We're in Strangerville because Eden has decided that despite Erwin not really being into her, without making some sort of peace with her past and understanding the world that she lives in now a bit better and her family's part in it, she cannot find peace, or something along those lines. So we have sent her in to Strangerville where she's feeling a bit more confident that no one knows who she is. Like, if Erwin, who's the most paranoid person in the town, doesn't know who she is, then what are the chances that these random people would know who she was, given she hasn't been in town since she was a small child? So we're just asking around, trying to find out some information, and we have been told to check out the library. And here's Erwin. Having had our attempts to romance him go horribly wrong, I figured Eden might try and sort of brush it off and be like, oh, I only ever wanted to be conspiracy friends anyway, so why don't we check out the library? And apparently this is where the scientists hang, and what do you think? And he's like, literal crickets. There are crickets. It's still awkward. We're still not making any progress. We're just standing awkwardly together. Oh, but here's a woman in black. What's she gonna say to us? Apparently she said Happy New Year, and now we're playing little trumpets and drinking together. I mean, I guess it's New Year's Eve, so we feel like we need to blend in, but this seems a very strange collection of people to roll in the new year with. Oh, we've got we've got a Strangerville scientist. Another Strangerville scientist. Yeah, this is definitely not a high-risk confetti strategy whatsoever. Everything is completely normal here. Nothing to see, nothing to see. I think, Eden, we should probably get the hell away from these people. Now, I'm not sure how obvious it is that I have no idea what I'm doing with the Strangerville mystery, not having ever done it before. Mystery. So I am just going to give Eden the aspiration real quick. Okay, we need to talk with some Sims, buy a curio, examine the sealed door at the secret lab. Great. All things we've definitely done before, but now need to redo. Oh well. But we can start making some progress here because we've already done the damage with these folks. Although Eden is now drunk and dazed, so this is definitely safe. And oh my god, yeah. I don't like this New Year's party vibe. Like, New Year's is never a good time, but that looks like really not a good time. Nonetheless, we will go and talk to those people because, I mean, we're fitting right in with our zombie walk drunken days, and also, caution to the wind, Eden is high on life and alcohol, and if we can get as much done tonight as possible, wow lady, shoot us in the face with a confetti cannon, rude. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the secret lab, but that is just not acceptable. Uh-oh, it looks like another lady in black is taking interest in us. Eden, we probably don't burp in their faces. Let's get out of here and just quickly swing by the secret lab on our way home to check out this door because, yeah, just redoing bits what I can. And it's possible Eden is going to pass out in the lab, which feels super safe and responsible, but we have just about got away with it, so yay us. We've also rolled the want to woohoo in a bush. Aim high, Eden. Aim high. Tomorrow morning is going to be brutal because we have had not enough sleep and now we have farm chores to do, starting with milking Butters. It is our first ever milk. Let's hope it goes well. It somehow already has managed to get very dirty, which is not ideal, but we will give him a wipe. Piss off, Santa. I don't know how you clean a cow, but I guess you wipe them, hose them down, polish them. Butters! Really, Butters? Kicking over the milk? That is hella rude. I mean, really, Eden is having no luck whatsoever. I'm starting to think maybe she has some sort of hidden trait that just makes everyone despise her. Or maybe everyone does know who she is and they're like, well, we're just going to punish her for the sins of her father by being horrible to her, even if we're a cow. But we must prevail. We have ungrateful livestock to attend to, we have oversized crops to tend to, and we're just going to have to keep plugging away at it. Although, look, little green happy men. This never happens. Eden, look. I mean, it's a really low bar. It's a chicken and a cow, but we will take it. Speaking of taking it, it's now spring, which means we could take the opportunity to plant up some new plants. Although I'm not actually sure if we have any space in the garden yet. We don't. That's not ideal. Okay, well, I guess our day today is going to be making a new garden box so that we can plant our spring seeds. On the one hand, grindy. On the other hand, realistic. I like it. Let's get on with that and we'll check back in when we get towards the evening portion of the day. Everything's pretty uneventful. We're just... Hang on. Erwin, really? Now you're asking us on a date? You're mean to us literally every single time we try and talk to you. And also, it's daytime. You're meant to be like a super paranoid conspiracy dude. Have you not noticed that we're basically nocturnal? Ugh. Men, honestly. Anyway, we have been successful though. We've managed to make not one, but 2 new planters. And while we're here, we'll place the dining table and chair we previously crafted. And I'm also going to flog these things, which feels a little bit cheaty because they are expensive, but we've made Eden's life miserable. Apparently, we completed the My Sims collection, go us I guess, and case in point of me making Eden's life miserable, she is currently absolutely rancid and exhausted, but I am making her get her spring plants in before night falls so that we can get a day of growth tomorrow, because that is the kind of cruel sim god I am. But we will then put her to bed for a nap before continuing on in our quest to maybe solve Strangerville. Still haven't decided, we're just going to go with it for as long as it serves my story, and then we're gonna probably sack it off because it's probably way too much effort. Now, there is a flaw in our plan to end things with Erwin and solve Strangerville for our own legacy and brain, which is that we need to go buy something from the curio shop for our goals. So I guess we're gonna try not to make eye contact and just be like, oh hi, you work here, I didn't know that. Let's buy a spy bug, and I also really like that Lone Planet poster thing. Yep, she's literally standing at an angle where you can barely see her and smacking herself in the head like, oh my god, so awkward, so awkward, so awkward. I mean, to give Erwin credit, he's not making it weird, he's just trying to sell us stuff. Maybe the key to his heart is capitalism. That would be a fun twist, wouldn't it? Anyway, Eden's sort of making funny, like, haha, remember when I had a big crush on you? Wasn't that really awkward for both of us? And I was like, that happened? Also, I've just noticed he doesn't have any hair, but we are still very embarrassed around him, and oh, apparently Erwin dislikes the colour blue, so yeah, that's definitely not working in our favour, is it? So we have now passed the first stage of Strangerville, so we need to gather evidence, compile a secret dossier, and open the sealed door in the secret lab. Now, I assume that means I need to go back to the secret lab, but maybe that'll be something to do on another day. For now, we're just gonna say goodbye to Erwin and think about what could have been, but was never gonna be, probably. Back home, we are awoken by the dulcet tones of a cockerel crowing, and apparently all the chickens are feeling really flirty. Oh my god, Erwin. Really? Really? He is honestly super thirsty at a distance, but in person, does he know we're the person he's texting? Because the in person and the out of person, that's not the right terminology, but they do not align. No wonder Eden is uncomfortable. She's desperate for a wee, starving and being tormented by a man she had a crush on one time. Anyway, we're going to distract ourselves with farm chores. Fortunately, there's always plenty to be done, and we have finally leveled up our gardening skill. I remember this happening a lot quicker, but I think we've lost our tiny lot thing. Oh, seriously, Erwin? Seriously? You want to go to the Humour and Hijinks Festival? Personally, I think you're the joke. We are going to stay home and do canning instead, because cans are cooler than boys. Right? Right. Anyway, the sun is setting. We are reading our herbology textbook in front of our swaggy new poster and a fetid plate, because, you know, what is Eden's life if not a constant mix of beautiful aesthetics and terrible smells? Now, I have had an idea, which is this. We need to go back to the secret lab for evidence. What if we invite Erwin out? Because he keeps inviting us out, so he wants to meet. Why does he want to meet? We don't trust him. So maybe if we're going to not trust him, we can use him instead. So I have got a bug, and I figured Eden could maybe plant it on Erwin, and that way he can help us solve Strangerville, not as a cute romantic thing anymore, but as we've decided we're going to do this, and if you're going to be weird with us, we're going to be weird with you. And for whatever reason, now I've decided that I don't want them to organically just awkwardly like each other in an ultimately doomed way. They seem to be getting on better, so that's really fun. It might just be because I only use like small talk interactions and I don't think anyone really gets offended at them, so yeah. I cheated to give Eden level 3 programming so that she could get in the computers because I'm allowed, it's my game. There was no way she was organically going to learn that skill. We don't have any technology, and I figured maybe her dad had like given her passwords or something, or she could guess them from like knowing him. Maybe it's her birthday or something. We have gone round and collected up all the evidence, and now we're just chatting to Erwin about what we found and about our insights, and he seems to be liking it. So we're going to be like, oh, thank you so much for coming to help me. That was like good of you. And then beep boop, that's a bug. And we're just going to head off and try not to think too hard about what we've done. And even though he's nothing to us, Eden seems pretty sad about betraying Erwin. So we'll pick that up in the next episode.